Hello and welcome to another Movie Review Monday. Today I'm going to be looking at Jupiter Ascending. I had such high hopes for this movie. I mean, it's the Wachowskis. It's supposed to be good, right? The premise of the film is that Mila Kunis' character is genetically identical to this queen who lived millennia ago, who ruled over a huge chunk of the universe. And now because of that, she's considered to be this queen and take on her position, which includes ruling over Earth. The film is very pretty, it's very nice, it's very stylized, it's all quite lovely and touchy-feely, but it's really nothing beyond that. There's no substance to it, there's no anything. Maybe I've been spoiled because we've been getting the tail end of the award season releases in the UK here, but there's nothing much to this at all. You know what it reminds me of a lot? Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. Very nice, very lovely film, but everything it tries to do fails miserably because you cannot attach yourself to it at all. There's not much I can really say about this film. It manages to be completely uninteresting and completely dull. By the end, I was sitting there looking at my watch thinking, is it over yet? No, another 5 minutes? Would it really matter if I snuck out before the end? I watched the trailer for this thinking, it looks quite pretty. There'll be something else to it. I spent the first 3/4 of the film thinking exactly that. And by the end, I resigned myself to my fate of watching very pretty explosions and space flights. And nothing else. This film makes no sense, both in terms of plot and in terms of creation. In terms of plot, the film jumps off the deep end of crazy about 3/4 of the way through, and not in the fun way. In terms of creation, this is the Wachowskis. These are the people who did The Matrix. These are the people who managed to create a convincing speed racer movie. How do they screw this up so badly? The acting is okay. I mean, it's Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum. I mean, it's okay. They are the definition of okay. Channing Tatum occasionally approaches very good, but nothing beyond that. Mila Kunis is the go-to person for when you don't know who to hire. Sean Bean is Sean Bean, so he's actually quite nice. He's the nicest, best thing about this film. His character is the most interesting thing about this film as well. The rest of them seem dull as dishwater. The film sort of feels like it wants to touch on issues of royalty and how pointless it is, when at the end of it you're fighting over a title when you've already established to the audience how pointless royalty is. It kind of makes you really disinterested in what happens next. There really is not much to say about this film. It's uninspiring. It's boring, which for a film which mostly consists of flashing lights and flashy special effects is the worst thing you can say about it, really. It's boring, it's dull, nothing excited me about it. Continuing on the Attack of the Clones references, the love story is just unbearably not engaging. You just don't have any attachment to these characters. The will they won't they thing works one too many times, and it just feels like a lump of nothing. Nothing makes me care. The first 5 or 10 minutes are like a failed attempt at the first 5 or 10 minutes of Up. I mean, it fails badly. And quite frankly, if you're gonna fail something, failing that is one of the worst things you can fail. I would not recommend that anybody spend any money to deliberately watch this film. The film's cinematography is quite generic. It's incredibly uninspiring. Again, uninspiring is the word I would use to bring this film to a close. This film is basically what happens if you try and take one of the smaller core tenets of The Matrix, but instead of robots, it's people, and try and work with that and throw in a love story as well. Speaking of The Matrix, it makes no sense to me how the hell the Wachowskis managed to have Jupiter's character be so helpless and useless, and like, you were the people who gave the world Trinity. How are you creating a character so useless? I mean, by the end of it, yeah, she beats a guy up, but that's it. Wait for it to come out on Netflix and spend a couple of hours watching it, then spend several more hours weeping in the corner over the hours you just lost. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Remember to like if you liked this, and if you really liked it, you can subscribe, because again, these come out every Monday, and I've started tweeting or Instagramming what I'm going to be reviewing next on about Friday or Saturday, depending on what I have on those days. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.